Ready? 10 Lobo.
55. Hey, eat. I got one.
Let's go.
On first down, Taylor. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Taylor. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 42-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double-team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Ready?
They'll look to throw now on first down. Completes it to Lee. And he'll get it down here to the 43. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. He completes it to Jones. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the...
And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans. His 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Haskins and the Redskins come up 1st and 10 at their own 21. Darius Geis, his first carry of the game. And some room to maneuver. And they're able to get this way down there inside the Tampa 20. A big play there out of Geis. 62 yards. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. This is Scarlett on the carry. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Jordan Scarlett with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these team special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
A battle for it, and it's intercepted. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. Fighting through, and he's got space. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington.
Touchdown, Washington.
Well, when both guys went up for the ball, I just thought, who's going to come down with it? I didn't think he'd come down with it and then take it all the way for a touchdown.
That's battling, isn't it? Because normally, if both guys go up for it and come down with it, the tie goes to the offense. The defensive player didn't want it to be a tie at all. He wanted a little bit more, took it, and went the other direction.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. They run with Taylor. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Complete. He finds Bray. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down.
10-2 start.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Get it.
They'll run on first down. It's Taylor. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Indy.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Everyone go.
Greystone, travel.
Check. Look.
Hey, high 7. Let's go.
2nd and 6. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football. And give the quarterback a really nice target.
The 17-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the Redskins' 17-yard line.
Ready up.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Check.
Snap.
They'll look to throw. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. The DN, Jonathan Allen, making sure his presence is felt.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This is caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Buccaneers, first down. 1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Set, ready. 60 Pittsburgh.
55, come on. Switch up.
Shoot.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
2nd and goal from the 1.
Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3. Check the backer, check the backer.
Topper! Deep rip!
They'll try to run this one in. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great play there. Touchdown number 15 of the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Here's Geis. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and inches.
Pretty entertaining start. 14-all the score on EA Sports.
14-14.
They'll try and get it with Geis. They juked him. And I think we've got a hold here. It's a 5-yard pickup for the moment. Let's see what our referee says.
Baby, get him, boy. Get him, boy.
The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down.
Pick it up, pick it up. Pick it up. Spot.
Play action. Haskins. Flushed out right. Jordan Reed has it. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Check. Crunch. 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 Get him on. Pass.
Following the penalty, it's Geis. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
They'll run it with Scarlett. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Third down, here's Geis. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Now after the run by Geis, here's 1st and 10.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Hey, they're scared. They're scared. 54.
Now Haskins on 1st down. Complete. Richardson has it. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. This is Geis. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
We've called a lot of games, but we don't normally talk about inside linebackers being that fleet of foot, do we?
No, he was able to get outside there to make that play.
Yeah, and you know what makes them faster? Their ability to read plays, understand what offenses are trying to do, and put themselves in proper position.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Out of the gun, Geis. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. Now a run with Geis. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. He was looking for Paul Richardson there.
It certainly wasn't one of the more conventional plays ever run, but it gained a first down, and they got the ball in the hands of a playmaker.
They come out with one back and three tight ends.
What we got? What we got? What we got?
On the ground, Geis. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
You got it.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. Again, Geis. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis, touchdown number 15 of the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The Bucs take over first.
Let's go, baby.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is a defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage, because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, if it was a bring in your tight end, keep him in, your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. And the Redskins have an extra man in the secondary here on 3rd.
Matchbox lights.
He'll look to throw. Airing this one out for Evans. Going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Push him back.
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Geis with a carry on 2nd down. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction. 3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction.
Check 26, check 26. Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. He was looking for Paul Richardson there.
So first thing crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
Check 13. Check General West. Hey, orbit. Let's go.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down. But they'll get it back.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Boy, you'd hate to squander this great field position. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll drop the throw. And he's got his tight end, Howard. It's a Buccaneer touchdown. O.J. Howard, as the first half is winding down, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Hey, defense, let's go. Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip. That's right.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. And this will be caught at the 30. And he is finally out of bounds all the way down at the 30. A big play there just before halftime. 44 yards. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando. It's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Redskins in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. 36. He's checking.
Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw. A free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
Deep in there, right? On 1st down, this is Geis. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for 2nd down. Now on 2nd and 16, Haskins. That's going to be caught by Richardson. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there, because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, here's Haskins. Escaping the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Vita Vea, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. From midfield now, Haskins. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Let's go. Let's go.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters, as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done, they're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. X3, snap.
The give to Taylor. A beautiful fake. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there. Now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
He completes it to Evans. And he will have the 1st down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Go! Hey, Juice!
Here we go.
Shoot!
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And Brait, the tight end's got it. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
You gonna see me in your nightmare!
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Underneath, he's got Brait. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Now Warner. And Brait has it over the middle. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st down, Taylor. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Watch the run, watch the run.
2nd and 9 now. And Stills bringing it in. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 18. This quarterback now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Right there, 56.
Guys, it's game situation. Let's go. Get it.
They're going to look to throw. Dancing to his left, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Reuben Foster, the former national champion at Alabama, gets in for the sack.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Flush to his right. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They converted twice on third down that drive already, but couldn't make it a third. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
And Gay knocks this one through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Shaquille Barrett in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Six-man. Check girls. Hey, one set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Second down, Haskins. Buying time to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's third.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Throwing on 3rd and long. Haskins. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 40. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find the spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
I got you.
They'll run on first down. It's Taylor. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there. And I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory, and as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think he may want to keep them cranking high right here.
It goes as a loss of 6. And now third down.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. Gay's kick is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the fourth quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Let's go.
Ready?
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. On second down, Love. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave them with third and still 7 yards to go.
He was brought down by Barrett. A 3-yard pickup. And it's third down.
Third down. Here's Haskins. Haskins hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Redskins go for it, but it doesn't pan out. And now, goodness, possession's going to go over right at the 10-yard line.
22 jet bombers, 22 jet bombers. Check 25. Rush in, rush in, rush in. Shoot.
Now a first down throw, Warner. A very good gain on first down, 9 yards on the dump-off.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And just like that, it's third down.
Let's go. 15.
They'll come out in the pistol. The Bucs on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. He may try and run for this. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
A 22-yard attempt.
And Gay knocks this one through. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held him to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Shaquille Barrett, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. Now it's Haskins. Slings this deep from McLaurin. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They're going on 4th down. Haskins, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. William Golston. And now, goodness, possession's going to go over right at the 10-yard line.
80 weapons. Hey, Delta.
Check safety, check safety.
Fire.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Gay is on for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Haskins on 3rd down. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Shaquille Barrett in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Right there, 54 Mike.
No gain on this defense, no gain.
Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4.
4th down, here's Haskins. He's going to let it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot.
55. I don't think you got it.
On 1st down, Taylor. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a 1st down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Buccaneers, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-5. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for the Redskins, you wonder what this will do to their playoff prospects as they fall to 8-5. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.